Yo, how's it going everyone? It's been a while, but we're back again with another stream. We're back to Blender. So this is what we made last time. On Saturday, I even made some textures, so that's just a final touch-up I have to do on this, or I want to test it out to see how it looks before we're continuing on with our pots and pans plan. Let's see, shading. Oh wait, yeah, I also remember something. I wanted to do something else as well. I wanted to split the file up, I think. So I could save this, and then I'm gonna save it again. And instead of saving it as cutlery and dinnerware, I'm gonna save it as snacks and drinks. I think that was the plan. Save as. So now it's a separate file, because what we had over here was we had some drink bottles, right, and soda cans. So I was thinking, like, maybe we can have all the food related items separate from the dinnerware and cutlery. At least that's what I'm thinking at the moment, because these are actually containers for consumables, right? They're not actually dinnerware, if you think about it. Well, maybe this one is, but these certainly aren't. Oh, maybe this one still, because it's like a refillable kind of bottle that you can use to pour, well, yeah, this one feels more like a bar setting thing compared to the others. So what we are gonna do now is delete all the other layers. Let's see if we do this. Delete all the cutlery. That's fine. Delete. Wait. Oh, it didn't delete the individual things. Okay. We have to keep this one. And where's the bottle one? Cans. Wait, did it duplicate it? No. There it is. That's the bottle one. Oh, it just deletes the groups. How did you do that again? Not library. There was something on top of here where you could, like, go to a separate menu and then delete certain objects from your scene. At least that's my plan. Does we want these gone? If I then select delete, does it then delete correctly? Yes, it does. Okay, nice. And then we also do that with all of this. And we select objects, delete, and then also the groups. Well, we can keep the sun. And then delete. Okay. So now we're gonna save this because this is snacks and drinks, right? And then we're gonna open the other file. This one, where we still have everything. And this one we have to do the reverse. Where we're just deleting the bottles. This one. Does that delete everything? I think... Yeah, I think it's deleting everything. So now it's the cans we have to delete. Uh-huh. Hey, Aiko, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. We're just splitting up the files a little bit so it's more, how do you say it? It's better sorted. Because this is like dinnerware and cutlery, right? So it didn't make sense for the soda cans and the bottles to be there. So I just split them off into a separate folder. So they would be a separate group as well. How are you doing? So now we're gonna save. And we're gonna go to the other file again, snacks and drinks, and then we're gonna go to this spot. Because I did make some textures for this. Oh. So let's give it some attention before we're going to the pots and pans. Good was just checking on a new game. Ooh, what game are you checking out? I'm doing pretty good. Just chilling. It is getting a little bit hotter here in my country and people are predicting a thunderstorm. So hopefully it's not too loud that I can still continue streaming. Gonna use an image texture. Gonna use this. Then we're gonna attach that to the color. And then we're gonna have to look for our soda wrapper. I just made something like very simple, right? So this is something I made in Illustrator, but it's not correctly attached yet. As you can see over here, we have to scale it a little bit more, I think. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I made up a brand called Terratonic 42. Well, the brand is Terratonic because Terra is Earth, right? So it fits with the space theme. And then 42 is like the answer of life. And then it's 600 milliliters. And then we made some funny nutritional information Here. I wrote this down. Consumed at own risk. Trauma response. Date bed. So these are just all made up numbers, pretty much. But I do notice is that there is a lot of empty space over here. So what I'm thinking about using the UV editor, I think I am gonna scale it down a little bit. Nope, I want to, yeah, move this a little bit. Hey, Clouds, how you doing? I saw your message and your invite, so I accepted it. I made this texture in Illustrator. I made some, like, what is it like? I made, I think 2 or 3 different wrappers. So we're just applying them now to see how they look if you're attaching them to an object. So these are like make-believe, because I can't really use Coca-Cola or Pepsi or whatever known brand in real life for my bottles, right? Because that's like immersion breaking, and I'll also probably get sued if I use those. So that's why I chose to make my own. And it's looking pretty nice so far. So we just popped it in, and now we have to make it look a little bit more shinier, I think. Yeah, now it looks a little bit more plastic wrapper-ish. Pretty decent, I think. And let's see. We're gonna call this this is the Terratonic one, right? So Terratonic 42 wrapper. That's good for this one. And then, looks good, thank you. And for this one, you can also duplicate this color. We're gonna use the same trick where we're gonna put an image texture inside there, then press Ctrl T for the mapping and coordinates, and we're gonna attach it to the base color as well. And then we're gonna open the next one, which is, what did I call it again? Quantum Blast. And then we go to UV editing. And then we're gonna scale it down so it fits again. Rescale it. All right. Then we go back to shading. As you can see, we got Quantum Blast. It's just using the same description thing on both bottles, but it's just the front wrapper, like the logo of the drink, that's different. That's all. And then we're gonna do the same with the clear coat. So it has that slight reflectiveness to it. Looks quite nice, actually. You can ignore the glass, by the way. I have much better glass for my renders, but this is like a placeholder, which is like it doesn't use a lot of memory on my computer, so it's easier to work with it. This your portfolio piece? I wouldn't say portfolio piece, But this is part of my asset library. So what I'm planning to do is make a lot of assets in different classifications. So what we did before was cutlery and dinnerware, which was a lot of like cups and plates and bowls and what is it, cutting boards, those kind of things. Things you find at the dining table, pretty much. So I actually made these part of the dining table set, but I figured, you know what, might as well make a separate asset group for snacks and how do you call it? Snacks and drinks. So, for example, I could make a bag of chips. I could make a chocolate bar or those kind of things. And then I just have to make wrappers for it. And then in the future, if I'm making animations and I want to make an indoor scene, then I can put these items inside my scene, inside my cafe or like bar situation. And then it actually looks like filled up, right? Because if you only have a bar setting where you only have like shelves and tables and chairs, then it's gonna look a little bit empty, right? So you need some tiny items to decorate the environment with, so it looks a little bit more cozy and lived in. So that's what I'm pretty much making. These kind of assets can also be reused for later, because one of the things I want to make later is also the vending machine. So now I'm making the bottles, so I can use the bottles as their separate asset, right? But in the future I can also put them in the soda machine once I'm making a soda machine asset, like a vending machine. Tablecloth for the tablecloth god. Oh, we already did that once before with I think John's background. We made some cloths on the table. But that one, you have to do a little bit of physics simulation and then stop it at the right time to make it have the proper folds, right? Yeah, I'm making my own asset library. So that's why I'm doing these kind of things. And we're gonna duplicate this one as well. And wait, I can just copy it over, right? If I think about it, I can just copy, go over here, paste it, connect it, and then change the wrapper to Nebula. UV editing. But how are you guys doing at the moment? I should not forget to shout you guys out. Let's see. Let's see if Stream Elements actually wants to shout out people again. You're low-key melting me too, man. Like the Netherlands, it's a little bit hot at the moment, and it's right before a thunderstorm, so it's like that weird tension in the air where it's like high humidity, but it's still hot. But once this thunderstorm comes over, then everything's gonna cool down again. So first, Narwhal channel. Let's see if that works. Hey, the command works with Stream Elements. You are playing Stardew Valley with Sion usually, right? Yeah, we have a Narwhal Vtuber here. And let's see, there is also jokes on you, nothing changed since last time you checked. Oh, really? Oh, you haven't been streaming at all lately? Last time I was speedrunning with someone else. Oh. Wait, there's actually a speedrun or like a speedrun community for that game? Oh wait, something just popped in. Yes, there is a speedrun mechanic or like a community. Because I remember people giving tips that you should play as the girl, because if you play as the girl, you get money from your dad through the email eventually at a certain week, right? And that gives you an advantage over something else that if you're playing a guy, that you don't get as much from your mother, I think. I think that was a thing. And then we also have Tethered Clouds, who is a 3D modeler. They last played Genshin Impact. They have also been working on a guitar and Bocce the Rock in Blender, I think. Yes. Guys get cookies instead of 500G. Yes, that's a scam, man. And those cookies aren't even worth 500G. Jeez. The girls get spoiled. Like, where's my inheritance, man? Thanks for the shout, no problem. Let's see how it looks. We got Nebula. I'm not sure what Nebula tastes like, but I just had to come up with something like space related. So we got a drink called Nebula, we got a drink called Quantum Blast, and we have Terratonic 42. Hey, making new friends. Hopefully this barcode doesn't actually read something. Like, I just made random lines, so imagine if it actually reads a value out of it. Yeah, look at that. We got 3 different types of bottles. And then I guess we should duplicate the cans as well, right? Because we have different values of this. Can I just do it like this? What was it? Shift D? Shift these nuts. I guess that sort of works. Let's see, does it work again? Shift D. And then on the y-axis. And then I'm gonna change this one. And we're gonna change it to this one. Now, of course, it doesn't work at the moment because we have to do the UV editing again. How do you grab those things again? I thought it was it Control Plus? Yes, it's Control Plus. So now we do the same over here. By trying to center it and then scaling it upwards a little bit. Interesting, it's sort of like inverted somehow. That should fix it. Uh-huh. What's happening over here? There's something weird going on here. Screw it, I'm gonna model some simple stuff too. Ooh, what are you modeling today? What are you up to? This is a weird situation here though. Also, there's something going on with the texture here as well. Look at this, it's like deforming. Why not a can? Could be used as a prop in my other stuff. Yeah, go for it. How curious. How curious. Wait, how do you do the unwrapping thing again? UV unwrap? Smart? Yeah, that's not what we want. How did you do it again? Oh, is it mark seam? I do remember something about you having to mark seams, right? I assume cylinder. Wait, you mean in the shading maybe? Flat tube. No, I don't think it's this one. Just flat then. Repeat. Mirror. No. What if you do mark seam? What happens then? Then it marks everything as a seam probably, which is what we don't want. What if we mark this as a seam? And we... mark this as a seam. It's still doing the same thing. Maybe... maybe it's also a vertical thing. Is it like this? Nope, that's not it. We keep getting this weird shape here. Smart UV project margin. I'm not familiar with this one at all. Nope, weird stuff starts to happen. There is something very weird with this can. It also just takes the entire thing. I don't want the entire thing, I just want this section. It's doing something weird in that it goes in one direction and then it goes back again. As if like part of it is like reversing. Follow UVs from active quad along continuous phase loop. Is that it? Whoa, what's going on here? Why aren't you at the other side? Can we move you manually? What the hell? Can we... Split selection. Can we now move it separate? We can. But that's not what we should do. We should grab all the parts. Like all three parts. And then we split. And then we're gonna move it over to the other side. Over here. So it's where it should. It is where it should be. Like this. And then we're gonna grab everything. And then we're gonna scale stuff. And now it should be fixed. Uh-oh, we still have something weird over here. But at least it's projecting it once. It's just that this corner is being a little bit weird. And I think I know why. It's because in the shading or in the UV, let's see, it is in this corner. I think if we do it like this, it should be fine. No, you're still... It's still being weird. Like, most of the drink works, it's just that little corner. It's not that we can scale it up on its own, right? Nope, because then it starts to mess up with the other stuff. If you do it like this, it's less noticeable, I think. And then we're going back to shading, and I'm not sure, should I do clear coat or should I do more metallic? What about a combination? Does that work? Yeah, it works. I think it's a nice combination. But we're not gonna manually do that for the other two here. I'm far too lazy for that. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna delete these two and then duplicate this one over, because we want to work smart, not hard. On the y-axis, So I wonder, can I select these and then rotate individual origin? Does it work? There we go. So at least they're facing forward. Now we're gonna grab this one. It works smart and hard. I don't know. I'm pretty lazy. If I can find a shortcut, I'm going for it. And then we should probably name this first. So let's call this Soda Quantum Blast Can. This way we know it's a soda, we know it's in can form, and the brand is Quantum Blast. And then for this one, we're gonna duplicate this and we're gonna change the name to, for example, Nebula. And then we can just go over here, I think. Nebula PNG, ta-da! And now we go over here and we're gonna duplicate the name again. And this time we're gonna say Terratonic 42. And now we change the texture to that of Terratonic. Bam! You got three can. We have it in can form, we have it in bottle form. I'm not sure what to do with the other ones. I think I have to make more wrappers that are suitable for longer cans and then just add more brands to it. But this is a nice start already, I think. There's also the metallic on top, which we can still look at. I think that looks nicer. If the roughness is lower, like you don't want it too low because it starts to reflect as a mirror, but having it at this part still makes it look nice. We are missing a little bit of texture though, so should we do the noise thing again? Let's see, I think we did it with noise. Also, let's save. Let's not forget that. If we attach this directly, no, we have Do we need a bump map? See what it does. Yeah, that's a little bit too big. This makes it look a little bit too much like aluminum foil, right? What instead of attaching it to this, we attach it to the roughness? What's happening then? Oh, that's not... Maybe with a matte note. I think that's okay, right? What about 0.35? 37? 38. I think that looks nice from a distance. There's still a little bit of like texture to it, but not too much. And if you zoom in, you see just the random shape of it being melted, I guess. In your opinion, does the blue tint on the aluminum come from the metal or from the lighting? In real life, that is. It comes from the metal itself, I think. No, it's the daylight stuff, right? Because if you take the can to an indoor area and your light is red, then it's just reflecting red light. So yeah, we are cheesing it a little bit with the blue-ish. But it just adds some style to it, right? But I'm indoors staring at my monster. Oh. Well, if you look at it at this one, you can see I just removed the blue vibe to it, and then it looks like this. But if you re-add it, it looks like this. And I still think that it looks nicer with a little bit of blue tint to it, right? Maybe it's a mixture of... Like the metal does have like a cooler tint to it. Like, of course, if we were to rust it, then we could get it over here or something, and then make the texture rougher. But I think this works fine for now. Let's see, these are all the textures I have. Can't rust aluminum Oh. Oh, yeah. Man, I'm an idiot. You also... That was also... I remember now. Yeah, I tried to once solder aluminium and that didn't work as well because aluminium works in a special way that the moment it touches oxygen, it closes... There's like a sealed layer of... How do you call it? Like electrons or whatever it is around it. So it doesn't easily adhere to other materials. So... when I tried to solder some aluminium to each other, what I had to do is solder it in an oxygen-free environment, so in a vacuum. The method you use for that is first you pour some of your solder on it, and then you scratch the surface of the aluminum while it's hot, so the outer layer gets damaged, but because the solder fluid is still on top of it, it can't react to air. And then you have to connect it to the other aluminium part. I think it was something like that. It's been a while. I think it's like 4 years ago that I last tried to like solder or connect aluminium with each other. But I think I'm happy with the wrappers, like the textures that I made. I think they look nice. Although this one isn't really quite readable if it's black on black, so maybe I should turn this to white next time. Okay, so we save this. And then what we're gonna do is probably head... Let's see, we should we rename this first as well? Yeah. Let's rename this as well. So it is a soda, it is a bottle, and it's Terratonic 42. We gotta copy this name, and then we're gonna go over here, and then we're gonna rename this to Quantum Blast. And then we're gonna do the same over here, but we're gonna call it Nebula. It's kind of funny, like how much you have to do if you really want to go in depth with world building, right? Like I can't just go and throw Pepsi in and Coca-Cola or Lay's or Smith or whatever it's called. You have to like imagine their own brand names, and then their texturing or like advertising style to make it look unique, or at least believable. Even if they're all owned by the same mother brand, it's like the Cola, Fanta, CC situation, right? It's all owned by Coca-Cola Company, I think, but they use different names for the drinks. Well, it's also different flavors, of course, but it's just something to remember. These are also all the same color. Should we do something about that? Should we do something about the top as well here? We could make a new layer, call it Terratonic bottle cap. And then no, we have to do it in a different order. I think. Yeah. First we go to Terratonic. in can form because it's metallic, right? Tectonic 42? No, this one. But now the question is, should we keep it metallic? Let's see. We duplicate this and then we call it bottle cap. And then UV editing. So the nice thing is we can just go for like a blank cap, but we could also perhaps put it over here. How would that look? You get a description on the side then. I don't like that. So let's keep it over here. Let's just keep it blank. I think that is the safest option to go for. And then we do the same thing for this one. We're gonna turn it into the can version of it first. Then we're gonna duplicate it and we're gonna rename it to bottle cap. But I think, I'm not sure about the last one. I think for the last one we should just take an even color, right? Because the plastic is different than the aluminium. And this one has that weird branding or like that weird gradient effect to it, which might not work well on the top. So I'm gonna call it soda bottle cap. And then I'm gonna call it Nebula, and then I'm just gonna pick a dark color, I think, like this. Would that work? It's a little bit too shiny. I think we got something for everything now. Although I have been nasty with the caps lock on, or like uppercase, lowercase. Yeah, now it's all caps again, I think. Yeah. And we can do these later for different brands that we haven't made yet. Yo, maybe that could be funny. What if I just asked people on YouTube or on Twitter? Although my reach isn't that big, right? But it would be funny if you have like certain brands, or you make hints at other VTubers that you know. Do we need a narwhal drink? Officially endorsed by narwhals. Mayhaps. What about the tastes like salt and rage? Tastes like League of Legends. Or we could also take, let's see, I can make a combination. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be soda cans, because I also have to make like candy bars and what is it? You know, like the versions of Mars, Twix and Kit Kat, just normal chocolate bars, bags of chips, like those kind of things. It would be funny if the brand name is a hint at another VTuber, like not directly spelling out their name, but it's somehow hinting at it. My Lee Corn stuff is doing numbers. So, for example, Tattered Clouds, what would he be then? What's that candy called again? Where it's like sugar that they put in a bowl and heat it up with a lot of air, and then it becomes this cloudy or like soft snack or something. I lost the word for it. It is just sugar, I think. Sugar, cloud, snack. Candy floss. Is that what it's called? Cotton candy? Yeah, cotton candy. Yo, imagine if we have we are hinting at tattered clouds, and then it's like actually cotton candy. That could work, I think. But before I do any of that, I should probably ask permission first if I'm allowed to actually incorporate like hints to another VTuber, because that would be the polite thing to do, right? But it's a nice idea at least. So now we're gonna save this, just in case we're saving it again. And we're gonna do the snacks later on, because originally our idea was to work on pots and pans today, right? So what I think I'm gonna do is probably just make a new file, right? New, general, delete this, and then we're gonna make a new group, call it frying pans, and then another new one, we're gonna call it pots. And what were the sizes again? What were the sizes of these things again? In the meanwhile, we also have to change the settings. Where did I do that again? Not here. I keep forgetting where that option is. Oh, there it is, units. Metric, We're gonna work in centimeters, I think. Before we were working in millimeters though. Should probably keep doing that so it's all even. Unit scale. pairs. No, not like that. And then we add a mesh. A circle. And I want this one to be, let's see, what's the smallest pan out there? Small pan size would be 20 centimeters. So that makes it 200 millimeters. And then we're gonna add another one. I thought it's 20 centimeters. Object, no add. So this isn't what we're actually gonna use for the pans itself, but it's just to show what the sizes are. 240. And then the next one is 280. And the one on top of that is 30. Uh, 30, 300. So this should be the size of the different pans in a kitchen. Now I think there are even bigger ones, right? Pan set dimensions. Frying pan. Hey Yuki, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. I'm looking around on the internet, and from what I'm seeing is that usually 20 is a base size, 25, 30 or 26 as a preset. Well, I can't really steal assets, right? Because, well, yeah, that's stealing. Yo, this is a good image. I'm gonna grab that one. Yoink. Let's see. Screenshots. Grab the screenshot. Where's the size? There it is. So where should I save it then? It's fine over there. By the way, Nissan? What about Nissan? Object, no, add, image, reference, documents, images. I'm gonna grab this, load. It's way too big. Nothing much. Anyway, how's your day? Pretty relaxing. Not much going on. I'm actually working on upgrading my alerts in the background. It's not ready for deployment, but I figured I should make a dedicated raid alert in the future. And how I'm planning to do it is that it's gonna cover my, not the full screen, but it's gonna cover my my display area. Like, you know, the white display where you can see what I'm doing on my screen, right? The white borders. So inside there, it's gonna overlap over the screen capture when there's gonna be a raid. And I'm thinking of making it semi-transparent, but then I think I have to do it lossless and then turn it into a WebM with transparency enabled, so it like sort of overlaps on my screen, but it doesn't totally cover it. It's like a semi-transparent alert, and then I can add the name through stream elements to actually showcase who's raiding with the name and the numbers. What do you think? Should I, if I'm gonna do a raid alert in the future, should I include the number of raiders, or should I just say this channel is raiding me? Part of me says is that I probably shouldn't put the numbers on screen, right? Because it's not about the number, it's about the individual who decided to raid my channel, right? Frying pan, will there be a golden pan? Probably not. Well, this is more like the used pan, right? Or this is like the realistic pans, but we can always change the textures later on it. Like, if you want to have a joke item and you want to hit someone with a golden frying pan, we can definitely hit them with a golden pan. But I think for the base textures, it would be nice to go for something semi-realistic. So they're saying this should be 20. And we made this 20. So we should probably use this as like a guide thing, right? Object mode, do this. How did you change the center of an object like this again? I think something like this would be. So you're gonna add eggs too? Well, eggs would be considered food item, right? So we should not add that to the frying pan area. Is what I'm thinking. So now we can just delete this again. I think it should be something like this. I think we're gonna just make this with curves again. I think that would probably be the easiest, especially since we're gonna have to make multiple of them. Object mode, add, curve. Apparently we're going in that direction. Wait, what length is this? Add curve, path. We can make the path shorter. We're gonna make it 10. Like this. And then we're gonna edit it. And then we can delete this one. And this one. We should probably rotate it. Can we rotate it based on the cursor? Yes. I'm gonna turn it 90 degrees. And then how did we do that? Set handle type? No, not vector. Oh, is it this one? Set spline type Bezier? No. Is it free? Why is it not allowing me to change it? Change the value. Subdivide. There was a way. Curve pen, draw. Oh, no. We don't want that. That's gonna mess everything up. Yeah, whenever I move this, I have to be careful not to move it in a different axis. That edge on the outside looks a little bit weird, doesn't it? Or is it just me? Oh well. we want, for this, we want a screw modifier. We're gonna put it to 32. And then we're gonna also add a solidify. And the solidify should be, what are we gonna say, 3 millimeters? Feels kind of small somehow. What should I do with this? Oh, it is the base shape, so. And there's not anything attached to it, so maybe that's why we're getting like weirded out. At least that's what I'm guessing. For the handle, what are we gonna do for the handle? I wonder if something would be possible. I mean, I want to sort of test something. So imagine if I made a sphere, which is just 20 millimeters, so pretty small. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. And then we call it handle connection point, and then I'm gonna duplicate it and call it handle end point, and then I'm gonna move the other one out by, how much should I have for the handle of a frying pan? For starters, I'm guessing 15, so 150. Let's make that maybe 200. Well, we can always change it later on. Okay, so we got 2 points. Then we're gonna add, I think, a cube, which you're gonna make 20 millimeters, pretty small, and then edit it. Gonna grab this side, gonna make it 300 millimeters as well. Then minus 10 millimeters on this side. Oh. 10 millimeters, okay. So what I'm wondering is, like, imagine if we can make certain vertices follow a certain empty. I think it is possible, but I have not done it before, I think. No, not this one. Object constraints, vertex group. then there is also this one. Handle. Start. So can we offset vertices based on a texture, bend the mesh using a curve object, cast, this is just the curve axis itself. There must be something. Deform the shape using armature object. No. Yes, I think it's this one. So we can say handle end, and we're gonna attach it to this one. So then what's gonna happen if I then move? Look at this! It's auto following it. Sweet, that's what we want. And then we want that for the other side as well. So does that mean we're gonna add another hook? Crazy. Well, I figured that since we are doing different frying pans at different sizes, that the handles won't always be the same, right? So instead of having to manually reshape every handle for every size, I figured, what if we do it like this, so that we only make one smart handle, and then we can just switch move the endpoints, and then it will adjust accordingly. At least that was the plan, but I'm glad it's actually working. So it should now do the same at this side. If we go out of it, ta-da! So even if we go closer, the other point stays the same, and it automatically adjusts for it. Sweet. So what we can do now is actually make the shape of this thing. I think maybe we can even have a curve attached to it as well. So why are you higher up? Vertex. You should be laying flat at the moment. So I wonder, can we do that with the curve as well? So we add for example, Bezier, and then we make it like 20, and then we go into object or edit mode. So imagine if we connect it to this point, and then we connect the other point like this. What if we just delete it? But now it's just straight, which isn't enough, right? Like my brain is cracking at the moment. I'm doing something very experimental. So I'm curious. Imagine if we were to edit this and we make it no. I think I have to loop cut through the center. And then delete one half. And then add modifier mirror. Just on the y-axis, So that means whatever I do on this side will be copied to the other side. So that means if we make it wider, that should work. And then we can also add some loop cuts in between. Okay. And just come on, work with me. And then do something like this, remove this face, then move this one over here, and then delete this face, then should I extrude? And then delete this face, delete this face, grab these two, grab these two, and then grab these four. I should probably grab this one and this one. Perhaps this is better. So how does it look if I bevel this? But we also have to is it? Subdivide. See what it looks like if you sub. That's not okay. Bring this one up a little bit. This one we go down a little bit. Makes it look a little bit better, but not on the level that we want just yet. Right, so if I still move this, it should still follow it, right? But you can see there's like a bend to it. So either we extend the vertex group or we're okay with like this shape. Let's see, we have relative force of the hook. So if we lower this, what will happen then? Okay, it will not follow entirely, okay. So that's not the thing that we want. If the bend was reversed, it would look really cool and useful. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. So what I'm thinking about is doing this, and then I'm thinking of selecting everything before this point and then forcing it all into that vertex group so it all stays like sort of the same shape. How would I do that? So I want everything on this side pretty much selected. I'm guessing I should do this and then let's see, this means everything is selected, right? I hope, maybe. So now we go back to that menu again. We say this and we say assign to the end. So if I exit it, what's gonna happen now if I move you up? Look at this! Because like this area is all assigned to this area, this one stays straight, and then suddenly it makes a very hard bend over there. Which is kind of weird, but it is good for a start. What I could also do is select this thing and probably remove it. What is it gonna do then? It is an interesting shape, but we should probably add some kind of strength thing to it, right? Weight. Weight assigned to vertex group. What if we assign it, but we lower the weight? What happens then? It stays fine up till this point. I think, yeah. After it starts to act weird in the center. You see there's gonna be this weird bend thing. And I'm actually not sure where it's coming from. Must be something here. Wait, what's going on the inside there? There is a line attaching this point to that point. Why is there a line between those two areas? Look at that! Oh, so that's the thing that was messing up here. It was on the other side. Okay. Delete. Edge. There's still something else going on here. Where are these edges coming from? I wonder, is there a way to loop cut this? Nope. Don't think that's possible here. Nope. So what I want is actually an extra layer around this area. Maybe to protect it. What if we cut these into two? That makes a far cleaner cut. There's no distortion here anymore either. So let's do that. I think it's just too many corners in one piece of face. So you want to split it up. Oop. Okay, I think it's fixed now. Object. Look at this. It's looking a lot nicer now. But let's bring you back down again. Okay. So we got that section figured out. Now we should just figure out the attach point. So what happens if I... for example, I grab all of these things and I move. And then I move up here. And then I were to say I want to curve forward. And this one, oh, it starts to do weird stuff, huh? But it's giving me an idea. So what we can do over here is pretty much just I think maybe a loop cut somewhere here, and then I'm gonna grab this, make it shorter. Well, maybe not this one. Then we have to fix this part. And then I think I'm gonna have to select this. And then the other one. So this is gonna be the plastic area, the handle where you touch it. And the last bit is gonna be the metallic part over here. And then we should probably make this smaller. Then perhaps move to the outward area. And then extrude. It looks kind of weird at the moment, but we're just gonna have to trust the process for now. This end bit looks weird. And then on the bottom side, you have to do some stuff. Perhaps cut this one in two. Subdivide. And then remove this one. Then we're gonna grab this one and this one. Then you're gonna grab these. Are we gonna do it like this or? No. So what I'm thinking, over here, we want to attach bolts on both sides, but the center part should still be thicker. That's what I'm thinking. Is there a way to offset this? Nope. What if we offset it like that? Inset. Oh, that corner is weird. Also, Yuki, sorry, I noticed that you answered questioned that a while back about by the way, do you break spaghetti? I'd say no, because then you're gonna have a fight with the Italians. It's probably something you don't want. There's some weird stuff going on here. That's one thing. That's two things. And then we still have this part. And the idea is to go from here to there. But that's a little bit too much, I think. Oh, maybe something I can do. Let's remove this one. And then strengthen this one. So how this corner working? Okay. So we don't want this. And then can we merge those? And then we grab these. And it's still gonna end up looking weird. Why is it suddenly like being like this over here, but over there it's smooth? Because of these things. It's not that it's inside out, right? Should I... No, even if you loop cut it. Still gonna look weird. Let's delete these areas. Why is it doing this? Okay, so this first bit is fine. There's no issues over there. Do this and this, then this and this. Okay, it's looking decent enough. Now I want to select, starting from here, do I have everything? That would probably be very bad. We're gonna assign it anyway. So what happens now if we move this down? Oh, there's a very sharp turn there. So for the first bit it works, but then suddenly it starts to cut off here. Why is that? It's still doing it. So what if you just lowered this one and then bring it out more to this area? There's still something weird going on there. Still happening. So I'm guessing we have to take care of this line. We don't want this, I think. Can we subdivide this? And then to subdivide this one as well. What if we don't subdivide the bottom? Do it like this. That looks a lot better. And now the question is, can I loop cut this? It is not wanting to do it. Why not? Because I wanted to loop cut it here in the center and then add like 3 or 4 lines so it can bend more smoothly, right? The problem is this bit, I think. So imagine we do this. And then can we merge vertices at last? And then is it possible to merge these as well at last? And then connect these two. And then connect these. And then connect. Oh, we still have something at the bottom. Like this. Now, hopefully it works. Let's see if we fixed it. Yes, we fixed it. So now we add 3, 4. Let's add 4. Let's see if what it's gonna do. It's still doing something weird over here. I think it might have to do with these things. So let's do that. Object. There's still a very steep angle here. So it wasn't that. Then what is the cause of this malform shape? It's a very strict change over there. Let's try again. Ugh. I wonder, do you have to like literally select all parts in one go? Like this, and then assign? They don't want to move at all. That's so weird. There is something wrong in this handle. But how are we gonna pinpoint it? Wait, why are you bended like that? Oh, is it maybe like this? Is that we... Why is it that they don't want to listen at all at the moment? Did I accidentally attach it to the endpoint? let's see. And remove. We're so close. Still don't understand it. Okay, I'm gonna select everything and I'm gonna say remove, deselect, remove. So now nothing should listen to this. Yeah, nothing is attached. We're starting from scratch. Then we're gonna edit mode. And then we're gonna grab this area and we go to up till here. And then we're gonna say assign. Okay, understandable. And then there's also the strength thing. Those things should remain the same. what if edit mode, we add another group like this. Still something missing there. It's almost as if double signing messes it up somehow. Because what I want is that it looks like this. And that this, like, rotated like this. That's what the end plan is, at least for me. Let's see. Type of element to snap to use. Is this how you do it? Okay, we're getting somewhere. There's just this little indent that I'm not happy with. So who knows, maybe we can fix it like this. Oops. Let's see what this does. Still a bend. God darn it! I still don't know how to do it. Is there a way to... wait, select. Imagine if I just say these parts. Remove. Yo, that seems better, right? What if I do it the other way around, though? So instead, we would add this. Okay, apparently it's not struggling with that. We can scale it a little bit more to the side. Oops. Vertex. Oh, grab. Back to edit. And then I think there's only one thing left to do. And that is add a cylinder, I think. And that cylinder has to be Maybe something like this. No, even smaller. 5 millimeters. And then for you, the depth, it has to be maybe 20 millimeters. And then let's see. Uh-huh. We have to inset this. Then I think what I have to do is just select and then add it to these handle start. Mm-hmm. And then local, gonna push it through a little bit. I think we got a smart pan. Well, the smartest I can make at the moment. Oh, look at this. It is this part that decides. Well, with this thing, we can just easily make the other pans as well. But this one is the 20 centimeter one, so let's just put everything in there. 20 centimeters. Frying pan. Oh, I have to make a new group. New frying pan, 20 centimeters. Oh, we should not select circles. Yep, there we go. Now, can we select this all and then Shift G to make a duplicate? And then we're gonna move it on the Y-axis. Put it all the way over there. Oh, we should probably do it the other way around. Frying and $24. Right, those were the dimensions we were going for, I think. I thought it was like 20, 24, 28, and 30. Okay, let's change the name. I'm gonna call this one 20. And we're gonna call this one 24 then. And the only thing we have to do on this thing is to expand the lines. See, there's this one, and now there's this one. If we're not sure what the diameter is of this one, we could measure it. Wait, 470? Oh, have I been an idiot? Have I doubled the values? Let's see. Where were the original dimensions I wanted to go for? 2024. So if you just make these pans invisible. $480. Yep. 0.5. There we go. That's what it's supposed to be. I'm also noticing this little thing here at the bottom. I think it has to do with the order of things, right? No. This is correct. So why is it clean on the top, but it's so weird on the bottom? Do I need to subdivide this? Yeah, okay, fixed it. That means we should probably delete the other pan. Let's see. Snap cursor to world origin, and then we're gonna pick that as our center for our scaling. And then we're gonna insert 0.5. I think the grip on the pan is very thin at the moment. So what are we gonna do about it? What's going on the inside? Come on, listen. You should listen. There you go. We could make this a group as well. Plus assign handle thickness. This allows us to modify the thickness of the handle. Although maybe it's a little bit too thick over here. But now I can easily just select this and modify it. And I think I can move this one here and also assign it to handle thickness. Object. I think it looks decent enough. It is measuring 27 at the moment though, but I think you have to count it from the bottom, right? Is there a way to, duplicate collection? There we go. You need to add a circle that is 10, no 100. So if we now show this pan and we say instead of making it 360, we make it 180. And then we edit it. Nah, I think this would be nice looking already. So we turn that into 360 again, and that's this pawn, and we're gonna call it 20. Now we make it invisible. We're gonna go to the next pan, and we're gonna also make it 180. Hello? Wait, did I do it with the wrong pen? Never mind. Screw 180. And now we're gonna edit it. And we're gonna grab it out. To this point. Object. And then we're gonna make it 360 again. Now you can see this doesn't fit at the moment, but the cool thing is that we should be able to just grab these things and just change the shape like this. If we wanted, we could even move this one as well. Or you can make this one longer. Can we? Oh, look at that. We can even make it a little bit bigger. That's cool. Can you make this smaller then? Yeah, we can. Cool. So yeah, smart design works. We can just modify these shapes without having to manually move all the vertices. Big success. So this is gonna be the 24 one. Then we're gonna remove this one. Then we're gonna duplicate the collection again. Where's this Bezier curve? That's not doing anything, so we can just delete this. This one was the... It's the smallest one. This one was 20 centimeters. And it was 24 centimeters. And this one was 28 centimeters. And then the last one was 30 centimeters. Okay. So we can turn this one off and then duplicate collection. And then we're gonna turn it to, was it 26 or 28? Let me double look. 28. So now we're gonna click this, turn it into 180 degrees. So we can quickly adjust the size. On the outside, I'm gonna move it out. Gonna move it back in, and it snaps to that ring. And then we make it 360 again. And then we once again have that issue of the pan being a little bit too big. We can make it a bit more steeper, I think. That wouldn't be a problem. Maybe a lower edge. Because otherwise the pan is going to be quite heavy, right? Next up, we're gonna grab this again. And we're gonna move it outwards. Now, since we changed the curvature of this item, now we can easily also change the curvature of the handle like this. Ta-da! Zero issue. Imagine you had to make every handle by hand over and over again. And then we're gonna duplicate collection again. And we're gonna say 30. And then what we're gonna do, let's turn this again to 180. Oh, there we go. You must be planning something very big if you're gonna use a pan like this. Nope, we don't want that. Just want to grab this thing, and this thing, and then move it outward again. And then move it or rotate it. Till only the bolts are pushing through. Mm-hmm. Wait, what happens if you rotate? Ha ha ha. Okay, no, we don't want that. Okay, let's turn this off. What if we turn it lower? It feels so small somehow. can see it, the damage. I think the rest is fine. So that means we should probably move them out. So 24, select and select objects. And then select objects. Oh, I forgot the CM at the end. Can't forget that. 24, 28. Select objects. Move you over here. And then 30. Select objects. Move you over there. So now we got pans of different sizes, but we still have some other stuff to do with it. Can remove these. All material 1. Now we're gonna do that same noise trick again. Okay, that's decent, I think. Like if we disconnect it, there's obviously something being added and removed. The can add a new. And the question is, what are we gonna do with this one? That's too much. If we just remove the roughness. Let's just test it with a light. Ooh, what if we add something in between? What about 25? Something like this. And then we have to go back into the object and then edit. Then we have to select these. Oh, what happened there? The super zoom again. Yep. I just want to grab this entire object and then change the material color for it. Where are you? Where are you? Plus to assign metal black. That's the idea. Now I know you can also add like extra details to the inside of the pan. So you have like those red rings to show it's hot or cold. Or you can have like grill things on the bottom. But that means I have to go make that texture first. I don't have it ready. Select length and then attach this one, assign, It's a little bit annoying that I didn't apply the texture before splitting it up, but that's my mistake. Grab this and then add a new texture to it and just call it plastic again, assign it, and then the last one is this one where we can just select length and then add oh, would you look at that? We got a frying pan set. But again, I feel like the inside is a little bit empty, so maybe we can have like a hexagonal design in the center to make it look a little bit more futuristic. I don't know. What actually happens if I were to make it low poly? 4 corners. 6. yeah, I don't think that they'd ever make pants like that, even in a futuristic setting. See, I think this might be a good time to stop for today. So we have the frying pans. At least I know I have to look at some textures for it. There is... Let's see... Yeah, we can do the pots, like the cooking pots. We can do that next time. And then we should have some sets. After that, we should probably look at some... How do you call it? Spatulas? Is that how you say it in English? Spatula. Yep, spatulas. Next time we should also look at some spatulas and maybe a knife block and whatever else thing we can find in the kitchen. I probably will have to update my list with like kitchen items, but we have a start. I wonder, can I add... Let's save. Let's definitely save. So we're gonna save this as kitchen utensils. Damn, apparently I've been very dangerous in my work ethic here. I didn't save at all. I just saved it. Imagine all this work gone. Oh, okay. At least we save now. It's safe. We won't lose it, even if Blender crashes. And we can add some... Let's see, we can add some... Where's the camera? I'm blind. Here's the camera. So if we're gonna move you back a little bit, upwards, a little bit over here, you set active camera. G, Y. And then we press G, Z. So what is it gonna look like if we render this image? Output seems a little bit low. Why do I feel... Ah. Let's try it again. Decent enough. I'm happy. I think I'm happy at least. Let's save this image so we can actually post it on Twitter to show people what we've been working on. Images. There we go. And I think that's it for today. Let's see what other people are actually doing out there. couldn't find channels based on your filter. Okay. Search and filter. Can we look for Blender? Are other people also working in Blender? No. Search by tag. Blender. I'm trying to look around, but it doesn't seem like a lot of people are doing the same thing I'm doing at the moment. Seems that also some people are like misusing the filter, or like I'm looking for Blender, but then it's like showing something else on screen. Oh well. If you can't find anything Blender related, perhaps we can do something else. No, I can't make up my mind. I don't think we have anyone that we know, or anyone that's doing Blender in a style that I feel comfortable sending my viewers to, so maybe next time. I'll be back on Wednesday playing Darkest Dungeon, and let's see, on Friday we're gonna do more Blender, and then I think it's time for pots. But for today, I am out. I hope you guys have a fine evening, and I'll be back again next time. Bye bye.